alitaka ati ukienda nyuma aende akiendanga, and nothing will come out of those talks. Is a waste of time. I am telling you as the President of the Republic of Kenya, mtakuja kutafuta sisi because there is nothing. Ile mazungumzo ya maana ni vile mmeshikana kwa hii mambo ya kawaya. Mshikana na Wavinya na MPs yenu, mkuje tuketi na nyinyi na rais tuongee mambo ya Ukambani. Finish. Na nyinyi mmechaguliwa na watu. Mkuje tuongee mambo ya maji, tuongee mambo ya barabara, tuongee mambo ya bolea. Sasa ile mazungumzo kadhaa wametumwa, hakuna kitu hapo ya kuzungumza. Raila tayari atasema mambo yake. Alimalizia metuma Barire, mimi na rais tuko kazini. Hiyo wiki walikuwa wanaongea, tuko nje tunafanya kazi. Mazungumzo ikiendelea, kesho tunakuru mambo ya maendeleo. Tuesday tutakuwa Vihiga mambo ya maendeleo. Siku ya Wednesday tutakuwa Kakamega mambo ya maendeleo. Kalonzo ako pale kwa mazungumzo kwa chai na Ichogo na nani. Kenya is moving on. I've given you everything through the back door. Please come through the front door next time. Kujieni kwa mlango wazi. Come on the table and negotiate your stake in our government. Why do you want to come through the back door? Sasa hii kura mnafuata mzee amezeeka, amechanganyikiwa, mnatupa kura yenu, sasa mnalia maji, mnalia barabara, mnalia hii, mtalia mpaka lini?
Gĩtigana na icio tukirongoreri ingĩ na nĩ atĩ ndũrĩrĩ cia Yoruba na Thamburu nĩ magomanĩte mwena wa Sekenani kaunti-inĩ ya Narok igongona-inĩ rĩa gũkũngũĩra ũndũire wao kana mwĩkĩre wa maũndũ. Igongona rĩrĩ rĩkĩhumbwo riri nĩ mũtongoria wa bũrũri Ndagĩtarĩ William Ruto na kũrĩa akĩambĩrĩria kana akĩrĩrĩria icera rĩake rĩa ndukũ ithano gĩcigo-inĩ kĩa rũgongo rwa Rift Valley, na kũrĩa igongona-inĩ rĩrĩ ndũmĩrĩri-inĩ yake mũtongoria wa bũrũri Ndagĩtarĩ William Ruto akiugĩte atĩ igongona rĩrĩ nĩ rĩgũkorwo rĩgĩtuo rĩa kĩbũrũri na kũrĩa rĩrĩ gĩkoragwo rĩgĩkũngũĩrwo o mwaka.
Hii sherehe itakuwa ni sherehe ambayo watu watatoka duniani kote wakati wanakuja kuangalia wildebeest migration, vile vile watakuja katika hii sherehe, na tutatumia hii sherehe kujaza mahoteli yetu. Tutatumia hii sherehe kupanga ajira ya vijana wetu wanaofanya kazi katika sehemu hizi. Na mimi naamini ya kwamba ile hatua ya kwanza tumefanya leo ndio itatengenezwa vizuri kuliko vile tumetengeneza hii. Going forward, we are going to make this function better and proper, and going forward we are going to make sure that this function becomes part of the itinerary of our tourism circuits and our tourism program as a country. Tuangalie ni vipi tunaweza kuendesha utalii, na hiyo utalii isiwe tu ni utalii ya mambo ya wanyama peke yao ama mambo ya beach kule Mombasa peke yake. Pia mbele na nyuma iwe ni mambo ya culture ya watu wa taifa letu la Kenya.
Nayo kamĩtĩ nyamũre kuma mbunge ya gĩbũrũri ĩgiĩ kĩgĩna na mĩbango ya gĩbũrũri na ĩrĩa ĩgĩtongoragio nĩ Kuria Kimani ũmũthĩ nĩ ĩgĩte na gĩikaro na anyiti itemi kuma honge itiganĩte na makĩria rũhonge rwa kĩgĩna gũthũrima ndereti ya watho na makĩria ĩgiĩ wĩgwatĩri wa indo kĩũmbe na kũrĩa kambuni itiganĩte na iria na makĩria imatagwo nĩ thirikari kwenda gũkorwo ikĩanjia kũramatwo nĩ honge kĩũmbe kuona iria itwarithagio na nĩ andũ kĩũmbe nisikoragwo ikĩingĩria kĩgĩna kĩa mbeca na njĩra nene. Nĩ riboti ĩrĩa twagĩtinda tũkĩhang'ĩrwo nĩ mwandĩki Tuti Maina wa Mucwe.
Anyiti itemi kuma rũhonge rwa gĩbũrũri rwĩgĩmaine na wĩgwatĩri wa indo kĩũmbe nĩ matebanĩtie ndereti ya watho wa wĩgwatĩri indo kĩũmbe makĩria kambuni iria nĩ thirikari wajia gũtwarithio nĩ honge citarĩ cia gĩthirikari mbere ya kamĩtĩ ya mbunge ya gĩbũrũri ĩgĩmaine na kĩgĩna iria itongoragio nĩ Kuria Kimani na ũrĩa nĩ mũmbunge wa Mohoro, ũndũ ũrĩa maugĩte thirikari nĩ yagaga ũramati mwega wa honge ici ikĩringithanio na iria iramatagwo nĩ andũ kĩũmbe.
There are certain elements with certain businesses in terms of their setups that government is not efficient in running. those particular businesses. And in that way, when you have those inefficiencies, it will definitely lead to a slump in those sectors.
Mũrũgamĩrĩri mũnene wa rũhonge rwa waigithia kĩũmbe bũrũri-inĩ augĩte honge iria iramatagwo nĩ andũ kĩũmbe cingiragia baida ikĩringithanio na iria iramatagwo nĩ thirikari nene, kuona ungumania nĩ mũnene thirikari-inĩ, gũkũ mbunge ĩkĩnyihĩrio itemi rĩao harĩ mũtaratara wa kũhetũkia wendia wa kambuni ici kũrĩ andũ kĩũmbe, ĩndĩ magĩtigĩrwo kũheo ũhoro nĩ kamĩtĩ ya wĩgwatĩri wa indo kĩũmbe, wĩigĩrĩrĩki ũkĩonekana kwaga.
The kind of contribution that Safaricom makes to the economy today might not have been realized. In the power sector, given the various reforms that were done in the power sector, leading to to some part privatization of Kenyan, we've seen Kenyan being able to prosecute a number of projects using private sector resources, and we've seen it steering clear of fiscal accommodation from the National Treasury. And that is the kind of contribution that we will be looking at, and that will be the key objective of the National Treasury as we approach this privatization matter.
Ũndũ wa kũmakania nĩ atĩ kuma watho ũyũ wa wĩgwatĩri wa indo nĩ andũ kĩũmbe ithenya-inĩ rĩa thirikari wahetũkio na ũkĩanjia kũruta wĩra, kambuni oro ĩmwe tu noyo ĩhotete gũkorwo ĩgĩkinyanithĩria mũbango ũyũ, iria ciendekithĩtio watho-inĩ ũyũ mwerũ wahetũkio arĩ nĩ ceceni ya gĩcukĩro kĩa meri, kambuni ya hwaiini ya gĩbũrũri, gatagatĩ ka aingĩ ta ũrĩa Kimani aracigweta.
That are now in the implementation status of privatization is 1, Development Bank of Kenya Limited. 2, East African Portland Cement Company. 3, public sector controlled sugar companies. 4, National Bank of Kenya.
Kĩriga kĩyumĩrĩtie thutha wa watho ũyũ mwerũ kwaga gĩcunjĩ gĩa kũhotithia thirikari kwĩgwatĩra kambuni iria yendetie rĩngĩ na kwanjia gũciramata, ũndũ ũrĩa nginyagia na watho ũrĩa ũhetũkĩtie rĩu ũtaratarĩria ũgĩtumũra ngũĩ ta iria yonekanĩte rũhonge-inĩ rwa Telcom.
Privatization Act oversees the turn of a public entity into a private entity.
Handũ-inĩ ha Mũthingi TV, rũrĩa kũmwe nĩ Maina wa Mũcoe.
Ngatho cia mwanya mũno Maina wa Mũcoe nĩ tondũ wa riboti ĩyo njega tũgane na icio nĩ atĩ ũrũmwe wa mabũrũri ma gĩtarũ kĩa Afrika ya ithũĩro nĩyo IGAD ũnyitanĩri na honge ingĩ itiganĩte na makĩria cia ũthaitĩri wa marĩa matũrigicĩirie ũmũthĩ nĩ magĩtũnganĩte magĩtongorio nĩ ISPAC na kũrĩa ũmũthĩ makoretwo makĩamũkĩra riboti ĩgiĩ ũgarũrũku wa rĩera na makĩria kana ũrathi wa rĩera nĩ kĩgomano kĩrĩa gĩtabanĩirio gũkũ mũciĩ-inĩ wa Nairobi gĩkĩrehe atongoria matiganĩte na makana makĩrekereria riboti na kuga atĩ gĩtarũ gĩkĩ kĩa Afrika na makĩria ya ithũĩro kana ya irathĩro nĩ gĩgũkorwo gĩkĩamũkĩra mbura ya El Nino.
Today we are holding the 65th Greater Horn of Africa Climate Outlook Forum. So this forum brings together the users, producers and also researchers to co-develop and also the forecast for the upcoming season and develop advisories and mitigation strategies. The forecast for the upcoming October to December rainfall season shows that most parts of the Greater Horn of Africa region are expected to receive above average rainfall. As we know, this region has been on the long drought period for the past 2 years. So this is a very good opportunity, but we have to also be careful about the negative impacts of it.
We coordinate a platform on monitoring transboundary pests. This is in the early warning, because as an institution that looks at climatic extremes, pest invasions are among the sort of the extremities driven by climate change. For Kenya, we're already seeing a situation whereby due to a limit control in Ethiopia, in parts of Somalia, in parts of Yemen due to conflict and the likes, we might have locusts coming in more numbers. And due to the El Nino, we're also seeing increased rainfall and also increased temperatures. That means locusts are very likely to multiply in big swarms. And in so doing, we start preparing with the Desert Locust Control Organization, with the Ministry of Agriculture, We are in the network together. They know when the pest will be coming in, and they begin to look for the pesticides on time, management practices on time.
Koguo andu magikorwo makihariria gukorwo makihanda na gukorwo makihumba wega ni tondu wa mbura iyo. Tugitigane na icio na ni ati munene wa watho guku bururi-ini niwe Justin Muturi ni oriti atongoria aria angi guku bururi-ini gukorwo makirutira na gutacukia makinya ta maria magitacukitio ni governor wa county ya Embu Cecily Mbarire, na ni itemi ria gutigirira ati ni akirutira muingi wake wira. Muturi makiria ni oriti a Kenya gukorwo makiga thayu na gweterera itua ria mĩario ya uiguano na iria iragithie na mbere kuria nyumba-ini ya micemanio ya Bomas igitafanio ni kamiti iria yumbitwo ni atongoria kuma mwahu wa Kenya Kwanza urundumwe na mwahu wa Azimio. No na ukiri uguo ni agithingatite Raila Odinga gukorwo agitikira itua ria igoti na kuga ati ni agikorirwo agitorio githurano-ini kia mwaka muhituku.
Say that within 2 months, 60 days, he wants us to have agreed as a country on the transfer of the remaining functions, which in the fourth schedule to the Constitution are supposed to be devolved. So, Speaker, my brother, na wale wengine, kazi kwenu bana, Francis Duiga, kazi itakuwa nyingi. I know very many chief officers, and I really must appreciate you to have come, Wanandiga, Kadiga, and the others, Madam, for having come to represent my good friend, says the governor of Embu. She's doing a great job. We all know what she is doing today in the discussions. They're calling them the talks about talks. Yeah? Lakini hiyo nataka kuachia Ruku ndio watajua. Sitaki kuzungumzia hayo sana kwa sababu huenda unajua hiyo mambo huenda ikatereza ileto kwangu. So nikizungumza sana niko na maoni yangu, lakini nikizungumza sana watu wanaweza sema hapana, it will not be fair to us.
So this issue of negotiations, we have nothing to negotiate. The people of the Republic of Kenya made a decision on 9th of August last year, and we know who is the president. The president is none other than William Samoei. So one of the agendas in those talks, we ask the first agenda is to cut off the talks in Bomas of Kenya. Kenyans have more serious issues to deal with. We have a cabinet which is working day and night to ensure the life of the people of Kenya become bearable.
Na tugitigane na icio tukirongoreria ciĩgiĩ ugendi, na ni ati ugendi guku bururi-ini ni ugitanyitwo gukorwo ukihurwo njeki, na ni thutha wa meri iria iri na agendi 370 gukorwo igikinya gicukiro-ini kia Mombasa umuthi. Meri ino ikuite agendi aya aria aingi ao ni arutwo na kuria magikorwo magiikara guku gwa thiku 45. Riu arutwo guku magikorwo magitanywo gukorwo makigunika na makiria mabuku maria meri ino na ire kiwikaine ta kana na kiruga kingi library magikorwo makigunika na mabuku maya gukorwo magikorwo makimagura na bei ya raithi oro ndumwe magikorwo makimathoma kwa ihinda riria meri ino igukorwo guku bururi-ini.
MV Logos Hope is a moving library. It's actually the biggest moving library in the world today. She is carrying 5,000 different types of books. She's going to be here for 45 days. The vessel is coming from Seychelles right now. Her last port of call was Seychelles. After 45 days here, she will be sailing to Dar es Salaam. And she will stay for quite a number of days in Dar es Salaam. Basically what these guys do is they have books and they go around the world to supply the books. You can actually go in and buy any book that you like. Any book in the vessel. Happy. The vessel has also 370 crew from different nationalities. The people you are seeing there are from 70 nationalities in the world, which means they've been passing through. You can see Brazil there, you can see Jamaica, you can see Britain, you can see the US, and many other nationalities. They will be able to get time to go into the city And we believe there will be a lot of business going on between the city residents and the vessel.
Asante sana Kenya. Lagos Hope is finally docked in Baraki Wharf in Mombasa. We are really excited to be here. MV Lagos Hope, part of GBA Ships Company, which is Good Books for All, a charity organization, has brought the ship here with the support of KPA Ports, of Inchcape Shipping Services, and other people, also the county government, etc. This is a teamwork, a lot of people involved to make this possible. Thank you, asante sana, and we are really excited to welcome you on board from this 24th of August until the 3rd of October. Please don't miss the chance to visit the largest floating book fair in the world.
Kwa hiyo siku 45 wa Kenya pia mtapata fursa ya kutembea kununua vitabu hapa hivi, na vile vile pia tutaingia mashinani, tutaingia our heritage centers, angalie Fort Jesus, tutembee Hall Park, muangalie beaches zetu. Kwa hivyo ni mwanzo sasa, mbinu ambazo kama county tunatumia kuhakikisha kama tunapata utalii wengi Mombasa, kuboresha utalii Mombasa. Tunataka cruise ship nyingi, na vile vile juzi pia tulikuwa na kongamano kubwa ya open sky policies. Sana ni kwamba tukipata ma cruise ships, open skies policy ifunguliwe, ndege zikuje za utalii, tunaweza kuboresha nini yetu. Na kwa hivyo kama county tumejumuika na MV Logo Hopes kuhakikisha kwamba wameenjoy nini ya Mombasa.
Riboti iyo igie ugendi na makiria agendi acio kana gwikorwo magikinya gicukiro-ini kia Mombatha umuthi ni iragituika mweke twiko tugiikiria ro hanini kuririkania githie na mbere na kunyitanira na ithuĩ ro ndumwe na kwaraniria na ithuĩ kugerera nenda citu cia ukinyanĩria go Facebook ni @muthingi TV wakiyuka nginya kuria kwa WhatsApp ni 0794 544 kana 544 waikia ndumiriri yaku hau ni twikorwo tukiaraniria njitikiria ngikorwo ngigiikiria ro hanini ndugathiore mitambo yo ni amu ndiragicokeria na mangi maingi.
Hihi nioe nere maretwa ta your honor, acquittal, accused, conviction mahuthikaga. Nioe makinya magukinyukia niguo wone kihoto giaku kana kia mwana waku.
Andu nimetikiriitio kiwatho kururungana.
Ndwagirirwo gutwarwo police station. Ni undu wa defamation.
Tabarĩra-inĩ ya watho kĩgeri-inĩ tũgakũhe kahinda ga kũria kĩũria na gũtũhe woni waku.
No mwaka ũkona evidence na niĩ ndĩna right ya gũkũreport.
Ndũbatiĩ kũruma mũndũ o wothe, ona kũngĩgĩa na thĩna nĩ kũbatiĩ kuoya ikinya rĩrĩa kwagĩrĩire.
Nyitanagĩra na niĩ your lady Waitherero wa Njoroge thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ya watho kĩgeri-inĩ tũthome na tũhĩge hamwe ici ciĩgiĩ watho oro ũndũ ũmwe na kĩhoto gũkũ kwa Muthingi TV arĩkĩo kĩhumo gĩa gũtherema.
Muthingi nĩ hĩndĩ tũrawamba no na tũkĩwambaga ndĩ haha gwĩkĩra ũira atĩ muthingi ũrĩa tũramba wĩhandĩte ka ta ihiga rĩa nyaigĩ. Nyitanagĩra na niĩ Mũthoni wa Wambũgũ thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ya igagũrĩro gũkũ kwa Muthingi TV kĩhumo gĩa gũtherema.
Nako kaguru karime gatihana kari muhu nake mumagari niyo nagira
ndutaga wĩra wa kwendia hema mĩgeka na ngũnia kĩnĩ wĩra ũrĩa ndiaga naguo gũkũ nĩ
nitutambũraga kĩyo gitũ na thabarĩ itũ mĩethere-inĩ
kunyita ugeni gũkũ kwa Muthingi TV
nikĩo nitũgĩcemanagia o kiumia tabarĩra-inĩ ya mwĩhang'ĩri tũrĩ na mwĩhang'ĩri witũ agĩtũtirithia thabarĩ yake kinya hau akinyĩte.
Yandĩkwo nĩ mũthuri wĩho andĩkĩtwo gĩbanda kĩ harĩa rũgongo.
Nĩ o gũkũ ceceni-inĩ ya Muthingi TV na niĩ Mwangi wa Murugi. na nä twagicokereria ngai kunyita ugeni oro ringi twiko tugithie na mbere na nä atä arutwo makiria kana ya ngiri 3 kuma kambi ya Kakuma na iri kiri mwena wa kaunti ya Turkana magitanyitwo gukorwo makigunika na mubango wa mathomo utakiri marihi na nĩ kugerera kana nĩ rungu rwa bengi ya Equity kuringana na murugamiriri wa wonjoria kana na endia bengi-inĩ ĩno nĩ Beth Waweru nĩ augĩte atĩ nĩ magũkorwo magĩteithĩrĩria arutwo na makiria arĩa maumĩte mĩciĩ ĩtehotete gũkorwo magĩthiĩ na mbere na mathomo mao.
And the reason I am here is because we are celebrating that for the first time we have a very large contingent of Kenyan students. We call them Kenyan students, although they come from the Kakuma refugee camp, because this is their home. This is the largest number of refugee learners that we have ever had in the program.
More successful progress. Let's appreciate ourselves as scholars.
For the deputy principal from Kipsigis.
All of you are welcome to this school. The beauty about it is that they do not study locally. I think it's only 52% who study in the region. The other 48% are studying across the country. So they're exposed to the same opportunities as any Kenyan child. And they go to the same schools, they are taught by the same principals and teachers, and so they have an equal chance of success, and it's only up to them to choose and take advantage of this opportunity.
For people who will be experts in agriculture, food security, can you work hard? That we hear you have gone to global universities or local universities to learn about food and agriculture, and come and tell us what we need to do here to become food secure. Our parents here are moving their livestock long distances in search of pasture. You have the potential of giving us the solution if you work hard.
Get to learn from each other, and as well they learn from us. We guide them on their career paths, and as well their sponsors come to check on their performances, their progresses, and how they're faring on in school.
It's really been of our great honor to be given this opportunity. It has really helped us a lot, though we are not thorough with our education. We are really appreciative to the team that has been supportive right from where we began.
Tugetigane na icio ciĩgiĩ mathomo tũkĩrongoreria riboti ĩngĩ na nĩ atĩ igoti inene nĩ rĩrũgamĩtie kũhingwo gwa kanitha wa New Life kana wa New Life na ũrĩa ũgĩtongoragio nĩ Pastor Ezekiel Ondero kũringana na mũcirithania Jairus ũrĩa ũheanĩte itua rĩrĩ augĩte atĩ kanitha ũyũ ũkĩrĩ na ũira mũiganu wa kuonania na ũguo kana ũguo agĩkorwo agĩtĩkĩrio gũkorwo agĩthiĩ na mbere na gũtabania magongona make ũndũ ũmwe na gũtungatĩra mũingĩ. Nĩ riboti tũkĩharĩrĩirio nĩ mwandĩki Igerero wa Njoroge.
Rĩrĩ thirikari ĩrathiĩ na mbere na mwongororio wa makanitha bũrũri-inĩ. Kanitha wa New Life Center ũrĩa ũtongoragio nĩ mũtungatĩri Ezekiel nĩ ũkoretwo ũkĩmũrĩkwo na njĩra nene. Mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ atongoria na mawakiri yake nĩ mekinyĩtie igoti-inĩ makiuga kanitha ũyũ ũraingĩrĩrwo nĩ andũ marĩ thirikari-inĩ.
Has been concerted efforts equally from some rogue individuals within the government to ensure that Pastor Ezekiel's ministry is frustrated, and we can see it. Just recently, through a publication dated the 18th day of August 2023, there was a gazette notice that was communicated to the members of the public, indicating that that through a gazette notice dated the 3rd day of August, the cancellation, or rather the registration that was issued to New Life Prayer Center and Church had been cancelled.
Wakiri wake niwe Cliff Ombeta nĩ ugĩte kũhingwo gwa kanitha ũyũ na ũkorwo ũgĩcũngĩrĩra makĩria ma andũ 3,000 gũtigwo matarĩ mawĩra oro ũndũ ũmwe na macukuru na university ũrakwo gũkorwo ũkĩhingwo.
You close the church, you cancel the certificate. What happens? You send people home. You deny people rights to worship. You deny the economic activities that are going on there to proceed on or to develop. You deny people who are employed in the developments that are going there. You actually need to be able to go to New Life Center to see what I'm talking about. Because if I tell you the story, you can only imagine and think. If you go there, if you see the pictures we are posting, you will then understand.
Danston Omari ni acokerie igoti ngatho ni gucokeria mutungatiri Ezekiel njata yake ya utungata.
Ezekiel,
and Pastor Ezekiel. Today, amepata nyota. It was a disaster, but I think at last the judiciary has given back Pastor Ezekiel his nyota for him to continue running the church.
Neugite kanitha oyo nduri wahingo na no guthie na mbere na motungata mothe na ni muhingure kuri andu othe.
The lawyers of Ezekiel are here confirming that the church has never been closed. It has been running. 2, there was also misinformation to the effect that the High Court had denied Pastor Ezekiel the right to proceed and upheld the Gazette notice. None of the social medias produced that court order. We have now given you a proper court order that has suspended that Gazette notice.
Haduine Hamothingi TV, Riakone wa Itherero wa Njoroge.
Ngatho cia mwanya muno wa Itherero wa Njoroge ni tondu wa riboti iyo njega tugitigane na icio tukiyuke nginya kure kaunti ya Embu, na ni ati mutumia mubunge wa kaunti ino niwe Jerry Maina hamwe na MCA wa Fragwe niwe David Mathenge umuthi ni magikirokire gukorwo magitongoria muingi wa mwena uyu gukorwo makirurungana nginyanagia ceceni ya borithi ya Kirugoya ni undu wa tabarira ya mai na iria ikirehete mwari ya mukando-ini undu uria ucokire gutumura ngahi ya mwena uyu na thutha ucio mubunge kana mutumia uyu mubunge agikorwo agicungirirwo gukihanyukio thibitari ni thutha wake gukirikana kugurara hindi ya mirurungano ino.
Theja wa ceceni ya borithi ya Kirugoya kaunti-ini ya Kirinyaga, mubunge mutumia Jerry Maina hamwe na MCA wa Baragwe David Mathenge matongoririe gikundi kia aikari aria mekugania itura ria makondo-ini makiuga matigokorwo makirihira mai.
Watu wa Makinduni wakaja hapa asubuhi na mapema ili wahakikisha kwamba wanatetea haki zao za kupata maji. Manake watu wa Makinduni wana haki ya maji.
Atongoria aya megwikinyitie ceceni-ini ino ya borithi kwandikithia ndumiriri thutha wa guthitangwo guthukia tabarira ya mai ya makondo-ini kiumia kihituku mbere ya tabarira ino ineanetwo kuri thirikari ya kaunti, no nditimurano yacoka kuyumiria gatagati-ini ka nyanake iria ikumaumite thutha.
Tumeekelewa na chief officer wa Waiguru wa maji ati tulienda Mkando-ine Kanyekine ward ati tukafungua maji. Mimi sana ati nilifungua maji. Maji ambao umefungia watu mwaka moja na nusu. Maji ambao unataka kulipisha hiyo community na ni community water project ambayo inafaa kuwa free. Kwa sababu tulitenga na pesa yetu ya county na sisi tunalipa ushuru. Wao umesema tutafungwa, lakini sisi tunasema ukwambia hata mtupeleke wapi. Sisi tuko tayari na tutatetea watu wetu wa Kanyekine na Kirinyaga mzima bila uoga.
Obitha a borithi maikora gatagati-ini ka ngucanio orire bara ya guthimana icoka cia kiuteti ikionekana kuyumiria gatagati ka atongoria a kaunti ino.
Wana haki ya maji, samahani. Na niseme ya kwamba pesa za hiyo project ni pesa za watu wa Mukandwini. Sio pesa za mtu binafsi. Sio mtu binafsi alifanya ile project ya maji pale. Kwa hivyo sijui tuambue makosa ama ni watu wa Mukandwini kukunywa maji ambao ni yao ama kosa ni gani?
Mwena-ini wao aikari a kaunti ino ya Kirinyaga aria meyumirite thutha wa ngucanio yo ni makomithite giko giki makiuga ici ni bara cia uteti irambĩrĩirio ni atongoria mwena uyu na itanya ria kumahorithania.
Kwa hivyo mimi ningesema hivi kwa wale viongozi ambao wamechaguliwa na sisi, vita ni mbaya kwa sababu kama sisi officials tumeangalia tukaona sio maji tu inapiganiwa, kuna kitu ambao kiko hapo ndani wameficha, ndio wakuje kutuharibia maji. Waendelee na siasa zao, waache maji.
Kari amogeire ati ateti aria marahura tabarira cia uthi wa nambere kaunti-ini ino na gucungira muingi no muhinga munene wa tabarira cia uthi wa nambere
kuja karibu wakiwa na Jerry Maina. Sasa hiyo ndio ni sisi tunafaidika. Hiyo kitendo ilifanyika ndio tunasema sio kitendo mzuri.
Atongoria aya ere makoretwo magiukirira gavana Anne Waiguru hamwe na atongoria aria mamunyitete mbaru edewe akoretwo akimera ari wira-ini wa gutungatira muingi wa Kirinyaga.
Niambie wanasiasa ambao wanafikiria kwamba watakaa kwenye hizo viti milele, wajue wataondoka na watu wengine watachaguliwa na hata hao watakimbizwa vile wanataka kukimbiza watu wengine.
Ngiribotera Muthingi TV riakwa ni Triza Wainaina.
Ngatho cia mwanya muno undu gwitwo Triza Wainaina ni tondu wa riboti njega tugitigane na icio na ni ati gikundi kia ugai wa mahinya kaunti-ini ya Mombatha ni kiyumiritie gikiuria thirikari ikirire hari kunina masira na makiria ma migunda kaunti-ini ino magitongorio ni mutongoria wa gikundi giki uikaine ta Professor Fred Ogola ni akiuritie atongoria ukorwo makinyitanira hari kunina kana kunina ndugamano ici na makiria magaikarite na kuri governor wa kaunti-ini ya Mombatha ni governor Abdul Samad na Sele na kuria akimorite uko magiteithiriria hari kunina ndugamano ici kuona ati ni ikoretwo igicokia na thutha wonjoria wa kaunti ino.
Maneno tumeona kama imekuwa affected currently is majengo. Wame earmarked around 25 houses wanataka kubomoa. Na hizo ni nyumba penye watu wako na kimiliki za shamba. Approvals zimefanywa na county government na pia the same county government wana collect land rates. Je, unaweza collect pesa kwa mtu ambao si halali? Ndio tunauliza serikali. Na who is the complainant? Is the complainant the citizens or the complainant is the county government? How can the county government approve a building then complain against it? How do you complain against your own approvals? All approvals are there. All documents are there. We should not have any complaint at all. We want the county government to do things in the right manner. So we are asking the county government, working with the national government, to ensure the enactment of the land management policy, because in Coast Province in Mombasa, there is a land management policy which was being drafted by the stakeholders here. We want that to be fast-tracked. That is a long-term perspective. The other long-term is we need to have an enforcement agency which needs to be appointed to enforce all the land regulations, because there are laws, but there are no regulations. And it is clear that we need regulations to enforce the laws which you have in place. The third one, which is a long-term one, we need to have an implementation of all commission reports. There's a committee reports. They are all reports, TRG's report, what's called Truth and Justice and Reconciliation Committee reports that needs to be done, so that we can actually find a way on which we can solve this matter.
Na tugitigane na icio tukirongoririe ngina ni ati ikundi cia githirikari na citari cia githirikari ni cinyitanire hari guteithiriria kuhurana na ng'aragu na makiria kaunti-ini iria cigomagirwo ni riũa inene na njira nene ta Samburu, Laikipia, oro ndumwe na Marsabit. Ni mubango uria uikaine ta Beat the Locust na haria tutambi na turia twikoragwo tukigomera magetha oro ndumwe na irio mwena uyu twikoretwo tukihuthirwo gukorwo tugithondeka irio kuri mahiu oro ndumwe na kuri muingi itemi-ini ria gukorwo magiteithiririo kuhurana na ng'aragu.
I'm also part of the team that is implementing an innovative project called Beat or Eat the Locust. The project has been inspired by the recent locust invasion. And in this project, we propose to train 1,000 entrepreneurs. We will also train specialized desert collectors, about 400 youths. We are working in 4 counties, that is the county of Isiolo, the county of Samburu, the county of Marsabit, and the county of Laikipia.
It will change the livelihood of our people. We are pastoralists by nature. Now we will tell our people to change their lifestyle, because a new product has come up actually. This locust, which used to be causing a lot of problem to our people, when during that time, now it will be harvested and put into a use, either as a food supplement or it can also be used as fertilizer.
So saa hii maisha lazima tubadilishe kama vijana, kwa sababu kitambo wakati wa mababu zetu walikuwa wanakula tu nyama ya mbuzi, nyama ya kondoo, nyama ya ngamia, lakini baadaye sisi tulipokuja kuwa baadaye kusomeshwa na kusoma na tukaanza kukula kuku, pia tukakula samaki, tukakula vitu zingine pale. So still hata saa hii naona kwa in future bado tutakuja kukula hii locust na hii crickets.
Issues including also climate change and also issues like continuous recurrent droughts. And the other thing also is there's also proof to show that recovering from droughts is no longer easy. Right now, if you go to those communities that have lost their livestock, they will never recover.
or if the community can embrace this, either for animal nutrition and health or human nutrition and health, then they can go a long way to overcome this food crisis. Or it will be an additional support food system to support the existing food systems. But also in terms of producing the insect for income, insects have a very short life cycle, and therefore it can be easily commercially produced and can also serve as a regular cash flow for our smallholder farmers.
Itakuwa na nafasi nzuri pia ya biashara kwa sababu tumeona ama tumesikia labda kwa jamii wa wafugaji kusema anza kula nzige itakuwa ni ngumu, lakini tukiwa na innovative way of doing it na hiyo product zake zilishwe kwa kuku na nyama wetu wengine tayari hii
na riboti iyo igie kuhuthirwo gwa tutambi ta irio cia andu orodumwe na mahiu nicio kana niyo iragitweka mweke tugiikire ikereka ria keria breki tukiyuke nginya kuria thoko-ini na kutukirorea ugiikarite no ndi ngai kuririkania githii na mbere na kunyitanira na ithu na kutwihokera wiroreri waku ni amu guku ni kuo kihumo gia gutherema njetikiria ndicembie oro hanini no ni ndiragicokereria na mangi maingi.
Kuhagira riko na kuihura ni ibataranagia kugia na rangi na munugo mwega niguo ikaguciriria mucirei na nikio nyumba ya mugikuyu ndiagaga itaha ria kugagura mugeni. Tabarĩra-inĩ ya itaha ria maito tugutaraga njĩra ya kuruga irio ngũrani na onawe ugakenerera urugi waku. Nyitanagira na Jerry wa Nyakio o kiumia thaa kenda cia hwaiini tukirunga thiri cia urugi guku kwa Muthingi TV kihumo gia gutherema.
Nako kaguru karime gatihana kari muhu nake mumagari nionagira ndutaga wira wa kwendia hema migeka na ngonia ino wira uria ndiraga naguo guku niguo.
Nitutamburaga kio gitu na thabari itu miethere-ini
kunyita ugeni guku kwa Muthingi TV
nikio nitugicemanagia o kiumia tabarĩra-ini ya mwihang'iri turi na mwihang'iri witu agitutirithia thabari yake kinya hau akinyite
yandikwo ni muthuri wiho andikitwo gibanda kihare rugongo
ni oguku ceceni-ini ya Muthingi TV na nie Mwangi wa Murugi. Ane tugithiete oro wega na riu ndiakenda tukiyuke nginya kaunti ya Samburu na ni ati mwarimu kuma kana mwarimu wa thukuru wa secondary wa Samburu ya Rugongo kaunti-ini ino ya Samburu na kana ni akihithukiirwo ni ekinaĩ kuhurwo rithathi na gutigwo akuite uria wari mubunge wa kaunti ino mutumia ni Maison Shomo ni akomithitie njuragano iyo akiuga ati andu matanyihiire 70 nio makoretwo makiuragwo ni mikora mwaka-ini uyu Samburu ya gatagati na oho akiuga ati ni undu wa kihamuno mwarimu munini tawe gukorwo agitungio ngero ino kuona ati no hindi araikoretwo akiambiriria wira wake riu ikerete na kuri thirikari gukorwo ikigacirithia ugitiri mwena wa itemi-ini ria kugitira arimu oro ndumwe na muingi wi wothe.
Wanajipatia pressure ina maana. Watu wamekufa hapo zaidi ya watu 70. Kila wiki wamekufa. Kila siku wamekufa. Leo hii kuamkia leo mwalimu amewawa. Na ni kijana mdogo juzi tu ndio ametimu kuandikwa. Kijana mdogo sana. Ameoa leo, mwalimu. Sasa nataka kuuliza ni nani atakufa hapo ndio ijulikane watu wanawawa. Ni nani huyo muhimu atakuja kukufa hapo ndio ijulikane watu wanawawa. President William Samuel Ruto, wewe ndio president wa Kenya sahi. Ninaomba jaribu bila unaenda kila pahali, jaribu piga kufika hii belt ya Wasamburu. Jaribu fika hapo upate kujua ni shida gani iko hapo. Na naambia leaders wale wako kwa kiti saa hii, mjitokeshe, tushikane wote, tuelewe ni nini inaendelea katikati ya Samburu.
Nacio ikundi itiganite ari hamwe na cia arutwo kuma mathukuru-ini ma muthingi ni makinyitanire hari itemi-ini ria kurana na kukia ciiko cia uruithia wa mwana wa kairetu na makiria ruriri-ini rwa Rendile. Kuringana na airitu aya na aria makorirwo makiingira ikundi-ini ici na gukorwa mweri-ini wa kanana makorirwo makiamukira mathomo matiganite ari hamwe na mathina maria maumanaga na mogwati maria maumanaga na uruithia wa mwana wa kairetu oro ndumwe na hiko cia tene.
Tumefunzwa about FGM, tukaambiwa FGM kuna maana yake, tukaambiwa F inamaanisha female, G inamaanisha genital, M inamaanisha mutilation, ama ukikatwa kuna kitu yenye ina cause. Tukaambiwa inaweza cause death na inaweza cause bleeding kwako na inaweza transmit diseases e.g. HIV na STI diseases. Tukafunzwa tena about early marriages. Tukaambiwa early marriages inamaanisha kuolewa ukiwa mchanga. Kwa mafunzo ya leo nimeamua nifunze hao wadogo wangu na ni wa advice na niseme no to FGM.
Angalia kwamba katika mihila zetu, especially kwa Warendile, hatuja angazia sana mambo ya FGM. Ni kitu inaendelea kama silent weapon. Ile iko chini yetu tumeificha sana ndani ya maji. Pia na sasa sisi kama hiyo women group tumeangazia sana, especially saizi wakati ya holiday ambapo hii jukumu inafanyika sana. Tumeona kwamba ni vizuri sisi pia tuengage wasichana na vijana. Tunapoongea saizi tunafunga mentorship program ya wasichana.
Hapo awali tuliongea important ya masomo ya mtoto msichana. Sasa tumekuja conclusion, tumejua kwamba katika community yetu ya Warendile masomo ya mtoto msichana ni muhimu sana.
Mbia kwa wrong channel.
ria 14 hamwe na komishina 45 kuma ligi-ini ne guku bururi-ini ya KPM mwena wa arume na nyarari ni mambitie mathomo mao kana mehariria ma thiku ithatu mbere ya kimera kia mwaka wa 2023-2024 kiharo-ini gia Kasarani Stadium. Marugamiriri abitika cia National Super League ni matanyitwo gukorwo makiambiria mehariria mao muthi wa kana ona division 1 mambia muthi wa kiumia.
The National Super League, then we have the Division 1. In total, we are going to have around 600 referees who will be tested. After testing, they will be taken through the normal endurance test of running. From there, they will go to class, do exams, and especially look at the amendment of the game, because as you understand is that as we were finishing the league last year or last season, the new laws were not in place.
We were going through what we call physical endurance tests. We were running 50, for referees they are running 15 seconds and jogging 18, which is the international. The only difference is that assistant referee, they walk only 2 seconds later. It's a very important test, whatever we have gone through today. For a referee to officiate the football, you must be as fit as the players, maybe even more than the players. So this test tells the difference of a referee who is fit and one who is not fit. The modern game has changed. Football right now is the speed is very high, even locally. We can see our teams pushing very hard. Also the difference in the ages, we have younger players right now playing football, so the speed is higher. That's why even the referee is very important to go through this kind of training and more so the test.
For today, we have done the physical endurance test, which is important to us. All the referees, both assistant and center referees, I had prepared for this day because I know in 3-4 days we are beginning the season, so I'm prepared.
Tukiyoke nginya mbĩtĩka-inĩ cia kũrĩa Budapest na nĩ atĩ mũhanyũki ngũthi kuma gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ nĩwe Daniel Simiyu Embenyo nĩ akĩmathĩire bũrũri ngoga ya silver harĩ mahenya-inĩ ma mita 10,000 na kũrĩa arĩkĩtie na ndagĩka 27.5 igĩrĩ harĩa Joshua Cheptegei wa bũrũri wa Uganda aragĩkorirwo akĩiyũkia kana ngoga ya thahabu ihenya-inĩ rĩu, nake Ferdinand Omanyala na arĩ nĩwe ngũthi wa ihenya rĩa mita 100 kuma gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ oro ũndũ na gĩtarũ kĩa Africa aragĩkorirwo akĩrĩkia arĩ wa mũgwanja ikĩrĩka-inĩ rĩa finals harĩ ihenya rĩrĩ, mũhanyũki Noah Lyles kuma bũrũri wa Amerika akĩiyũkia thahabu.
Unarudi kama unalia. But at least Mungu ameniwezesha, wacha niseme si nguvu zangu ni nguvu za Mungu. Okay, let me say this is championship na ilikuwa tactical sana, it was anybody's race. Nashukuru Mungu kwa hii medal. It's my first in the world champs. I think there's more in store for me, and I'm happy again. This one, my coach told me, hey, go and work hard. My girlfriend was motivated me in the morning. I'm happy for her, and I'm happy for everybody, for all the Kenyans who are behind me. I'm happy. At least I've delivered something for the Kenyans. I'll remain in history books some years to come.
I don't know, because I can't remember, so I'll just have to go back and watch that race again and see what exactly happened. It just happened, so we need to go back, sit down and think about it and just see what happened. I have to go back and just see and process everything that happened and look at what are the solutions we need to have.
Na riboti ĩyo kuma kũrĩa bũrũri-inĩ kana mahenya-inĩ mau ma Budapest na marĩa magĩkorirwo makĩinĩkĩrĩra nĩyo yagĩtuĩkĩra gaturumo kamarĩa tũgĩkorwo tũgĩkũmanthĩra na tũgĩcokanĩria gũkũ metha-inĩ ya Mũthingi TV Mohoro hwainĩ. Ngatho cia mwanya mũno nĩ gũgĩtĩkĩra kũnyitanĩra na niĩ njĩtĩkĩria ngĩgĩthoma ndũmĩrĩri cigana ona ciawe wakĩnyandĩkĩra kũgerera mũtambo witũ wa Facebook mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Timato Ngatho cia mwanya mũno mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Kariuki wa Ndweti nĩ ndakuona George Ngũgĩ gakiuga atĩ tambukia Mohoro njamba itũ mboco-inĩ twĩgire nĩ nona nĩ ma gũkũ nĩ gwakĩoma tũgakĩũmania nakuo. Ngatho cia mwanya mũno gatuĩri ka watuka gakiuga watuka ndani kabisa. Ngatho cia mwanya mũno wa Mbũija ndaikuona na mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Tigatuĩri ka watuka ndaikuona okuo oro rĩngĩ njĩtĩkĩria ngĩgĩciĩkĩrĩra gaturumo hau nĩ tondũ namo matigĩetagĩrĩra mũthamaki. Tũkiuge atĩa ngatho cia mwanya mũno nĩ gũtwĩhokera ona wĩroreri waku na gũkĩnyitanĩra na ithuĩ gũkũ kwa Mũthingi TV Mohoro hwainĩ. Ngatho cia mwanya kũrĩ arĩa makinyanĩria mohoro maya maitũ mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Tiwaitherero wa Njoroge oro ũndũ ũmwe na andĩki aitũ ya mohoro o harĩa marĩ nĩ wĩra mwega mũno makĩruta. Ngatho cia mwanya mũno mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Titaciareri nĩ mwerekeri wa hwainĩ wa mũthĩ mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Tiaizo akimathutha kĩndũ gĩgwĩtwo graphics nake mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Timacho na mũhũri wakwa wacha ũtukũ wa mũthĩ. Tũkiuge atĩa tũgĩcemania harĩa tabarĩra-inĩ ya mwĩhang'ĩri kũrĩa tũgĩthiaga na mbere na kwĩhang'ĩra. Ngatho cia mwanya mũno ũtukũ mwega Ngai wa mwara kũgitĩra na arakũmenyerera niĩ ndinakunga rĩakwa nĩ Mwangi wa Murugi.